We've done it. We have created it.
I'm in.
I don't need this music anymore, actually.
Dang, we're in.
Where we did it, we got it. It works. And there is no record of Yessie being first in chat.
Oh, dang.
Hold on. I gotta get there.
I'm not rushing. Like, you all are the ones that care about it most. And yet still.
Did it. Wait, hold on. I have two chats open. One of them says I got in first, and one of them says you got in first. So
Oh, no.
What do we believe? Anyway, we got the game.
I'm in the one where you have a key smash sent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll never know.
We're watching.
Oh, we're watching.
We're playing. We're playing. I usually watch things on my channel, but this time we're playing. I've had a hell of a week.
Alright.
It's only Tuesday. What? It's been a hell of a week. But luckily we didn't lose any data. And look...
We're about to go
Thank
back
God.
to the past.
Yeah,
The future. Back to the future, the past.
Look at all these people. God.
We have the whole squad here.
Alright, Kay. If you could set Mr. Thief in motion.
Sure. Looks like there's more than enough here to work with. Where do you want to start?
Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist by the name of Alden?
It's supposed to be I'll fall down, huh? I'll fall down.
Oh, okay. All down. But apparently, shut up, computer. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping.
So this is where he saw it all happen, huh?
Have? Or here? As in the big building?
Here, building, big? No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property, then a piece of cardboard. and before that...
Now we're getting to stuff I know.
It was some building blocks in an architect's room when he was a little baby.
12 years ago, this place would have been the happy family home.
The happy family home.
Like for retired people? No. It was a place for children without parents.
What a long-winded way of saying orphanage.
Yeah. An orphanage, in other words.
Okay, just say that first.
Just say it first, Jesus.
The president was kidnapped from an orphanage?
Yeah. And the place was run by Fifi Lagarde.
I forgot about that.
She called it her happy little home.
As the proprietor of the institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion. The jump from orphanage manager to prison warden is crazy.
That is an
You
interesting
forget.
career path, man.
Yeah, unless like you look at her and like the way that she acts with like running the prison, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I guess that attitude carried over. At least it's not like she was terrible to the
Did you
children
run-
and now she's terrible to the prisoners.
How did you run your orphanage, man? I'm a little concerned.
Well, she tried... Well, it seems like she tried to treat the prisoners better with the animals, at least, but...
Yeah, better, unless you were, Sharon
Bronco.
Dogan.
President Wong, Excelsius winner and Warden Lagarde. Surely the SS5 incident must be related to the current case. Kay, could you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Aldown? It seems sensible to assume that he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president.
So if we solve the murder, we solve the kidnapping. Nice.
Alright, we're counting on you. Take your time. It's not like we're doing anything else right now.
The whole squad is going back.
Back in time. What the fuck? when did I grow to become so blasé towards people's reactions to Mr. Thief? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least, as far as the police reports describe it.
Yeah, this is how it looked when they started investigating at 7 a.m. the morning after the murder.
And it seems it had been snowing.
Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime, the previous day.
In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the relevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we'll need to pay these footprints some special attention. Okay, sniff them.
Investigate time.
I did do a bunch of sniffly noises, but my mic is not sensitive
Yeah,
enough.
did not pick up.
Let's walk up to the body first.
Oh my god. I'll fall down. The man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. But what exactly did he see?
I based this part of the recreation on one of the crime scene photos.
Seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, that brick right there. They figured it
Oops.
they figured something.
Hold on. What did they figure? Tell me!
They figured it must have been taken from here in the yard.
It looks like blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding areas.
Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Aldown's autopsy report.
Ooh, it's even updated. My favorite.
As it from a grate.
You are cutting out quite a bit.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
I must scour the inspect... Brick. Alright, well there's a lot of things I can look at.
Yeah.
Look at that brick. This was the brick used in the murder.
There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh?
No.
Well, fuck you.
I'll fall down, freelance journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wong.
Even in the recreation, pretty gruesome, huh?
It's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. Seems mostly to have come from the back of his head, as you can see. That area is completely caked. And as you can see, his ass is also caked.
Get your head back in the game, Mr. Edgeworth!
Wow, I mean, look at him.
Anyway, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick.
When I die, I hope someone comments on how caked up I look. Indeed.
And it'll be Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. He died as he lived. Caked up. I imagine his attacker must have snuck up on him from behind. It looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that in the files. Let's see. According to this, it was a button.
Button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps.
That does not make sense to me, but okay.
Camera? So the victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah, according to the files, they recovered a picture. Yeah. Here we are.
That's...
It's the president, right?
No, it's a snowman. Oh, you mean the one behind the snowman? Oh, yeah. And somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be Mr. Aldown witnessed.
So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper?
Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde.
How come they only found the one picture?
He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked. Hey, cell phone. This cell phone must have belonged to the victim.
You're right. Yep. Says here in the file that Mr. Aldown made a call while he was watching the kidnapping.
A call to whom?
His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw the president was there.
Mrs. All Up.
But she didn't pick up, so he left a message.
That's in here too, if you want to hear it. On this
Please.
really ancient cassette tape.
Who's this?
Oh
Yes,
god,
I'll
someone
be-
needs to voice this.
I'll be him. Hey, Rosie. It's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wong is here for some reason. And there's another... Damn it, the light's out, so I can't quite see, but... It looks like he was being kidnapped? Anyway, probably nothing, but I...
Well,
Oh, there you have it.
Did he just go blah, 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 blah at the end of that? What were the
Yeah,
sounds
that's-
at the end?
yeah, that's the sound. That's the sound somebody makes when they die. It's pretty gruesome, you know. He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone.
Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Aldown's girlfriend. What was her name?
Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least, that's what I heard.
Dun dun dun.
Just as I thought.
Oh. Now I get the
Rosie
joke.
Ringer, all fall down.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean...
A revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
All Miss Ringer was left were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she?
Perhaps it was for a suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. Interesting. Back to the game.
What about the brick? The brick.
I did the brick.
Oh, you did the brick. What's that?
Someone's dropped the yellow flowers. I think this one symbolizes, the desire to steal treasure.
Okay. You can't make these things up. We can say... that it looks to be different from all the other flowers in the planter.
Huh. So what's it doing here?
What indeed? We should examine the planters, too.
It must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It is a stolen treasure.
Okay. Okay, please.
I think this one might actually symbolize the growing anger of former prosecutor.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have enough for some logic now.
Logic!
Okay. I don't have to look at the, footprints or anything?
You can if you want, but I think we can logic if we want to.
Oh! I crouched. These footprints go toward the body and come back.
According to the case file. They're thought to be the killer. They're about a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though.
Okay. Hold on! Allow me to... This is all I have.
Oh, we must have missed something then. Huh?
Yeah.
We're supposed to have something else. Huh?
I can look at the planters.
Yeah. Let's look at the planters then.
These planters.
According to the case, the yard stretched around the 3 sides of the organ.
This definitely looks important.
And there were 3 planters on each side.
I think that's what we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. It's we've seen somewhere before.
Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it was the middle of winter.
Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow.
Weird. How come there's only one? Wait, looks like somebody dropped it. That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family Liliaceae.
Lion lily, you say?
Wait, didn't Josh Cavell give President Wong some lion lilies?
What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence. Can it?
I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child.
I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francisca.
Yeah, someone in this game has to be.
Oh my god.
I just told you it's common knowledge. Perhaps you need to just read a little more.
What is with... People are so weird about, like, the symbolism of flowers in these games.
Yeah, and it becomes funny because, it's like just a throwaway line, but, like, it is pointed out that, like, in canon, Phoenix only knows, like, 3 types of flowers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
It's also not fucking common knowledge, Francisca. Maybe you should go back to school.
Dan, I do also need you to know that dahlias and irises are not counted in those 3.
That's funny.
Which does imply he does not know that a dahlia and an iris are actually flowers. Which I think is incredible.
Never mind.
Whoops.
Yes, there are.
There goes your brain cells.
Act. Unless it's like the planters. I'm like trying to be like, are they trying to suggest that this is a similar pattern? Oh, actually, that is what they're trying to suggest. Fucking, I get it. I thought we were gonna be like the brick came from one of the planters because they look the same, like the same bricks. So that's what our monstrous hoofprints really were.
Wait. What?
Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compared to that of the planters.
Whoa!
That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood.
That's really weirdly fucking specific.
I know.
So Chairman Winter was being around the front of them?
He was. And why might he have been doing that? Don't answer that question, I'm gonna answer it right now. We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Never mind, I'll let the evidence speak. Winter might have been digging in front of the planters.
I need to read it.
I gotta read.
What does that one say?
Okay. Thank you for letting me look at that. Yeah, I mean, it could have been something related.
No, what was the thing about it? What did that say?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, what does it say?
A package.
Choose a package. Relate to risk.
Take that!
Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winner. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter.
Think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes?
Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant.
I get it. So he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3.
I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winner.
His ass is not actually still sorry.
Yeah,
But
I was
why go to
sarcastic.
all that trouble? What was he looking for? I'm just very tickled by the idea of Kay using Gen Alpha.
Is this a step swing or a normal swing? Alright.
Okay.
So now
Okay, I think we need to, I think now,
Boogie.
what was the left pillar there? It looks like looks like it's
Yeah.
black.
there are burn marks on this pillar here.
The reports say there was a fire sign on the evening of the incident.
A
Not the
fire?
internet.
Fire on the internet.
Y2K. Let's. Where was it again? No.
A fire in the sky.
Yeah. One of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Sorry, I need a second. Some kind of prank, probably.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
prank
a
bug.
prank with kerosene.
I just tried to burn down the entire orphanage.
They sound like a lively bunch, possibly too lively. Seems their antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building.
What the hell, though, actually?
Do we look at the both sets of footprints?
Wait! The snowman. This looks like a snowman, but it's mostly melted.
Well, it's no wonder he's all slushy. He's wearing a hat and a scarf. He must have been all roasty toasty. Oh, and look at his cute little button eye lying there.
Just one of them, though.
Just one.
That's why there's a handprint, because he took the button. He probably would have frozen back up at dawn, you know. That's when it's usually cold. He probably would have taken his form again.
I don't think that would have helped him much, Mr. Edwards. If a mountain snowman froze again, it wouldn't turn back into a snowman. It would turn into an iceman.
What? It's what I bet you wanted me to say, isn't it? Well, too fucking bad.
You're not any fun.
That was really funny.
That was pretty good.
These footprints stopped by the body.
I guess that means they belong to Mr. Aldown, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that, about a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as the shoes. It's a match. Fun fact, in Japanese, they just would have given the size because that's how they do shoe sizes, and it's so much smarter than what we do here.
What is it? No, not yet.
So we looked at the footprints, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have we talked to Wang yet?
No.
Because he probably has detail in the case.
Wang, please.
Wang, give us all the details before we go any further.
3 planters, covered with snow.
Making a haiku or something? Is anything the matter, Agent Lang?
Yeah, something's not right. Wasn't able to look at the case file until now.
Indeed. You have Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems.
Yeah. But what's weird is, I've seen this scene somewhere before.
What?
But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone.
You appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now. Bye.
Aw.
Okay, well, I needed to do that, though. I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now.
Alright. How about I show you how things looked earlier on then?
That would be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
Sure. I'll use the photograph he took. Goes nothing.
Look how her outline changes when she does this. It gets thicker. There's Mr. Alldown in the middle of the planters.
There's the president's kidnapper out by the road.
The president's like, shoot me, coward!
Father based his investigation on the evidence Alldown provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow.
And how he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time.
Exactly. But when the case went to trial, Excelsior's winner put a big hole in that theory.
He did.
Yeah. After all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. So it was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection.
Huh. They were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage.
Detectives bust a gut to find evidence at the scene. And
Bust a
then
move.
prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends.
Detectives bust a move to find evidence at the scene.
I guess they're finally finding out why he hates prosecutors. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of finally being answered here.
Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal. I'm sure of it.
So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper?
Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was gifted and... he was gifted... what? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. I missed the A.
There you go.
Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Alldown's message, surely.
Yeah, it must have. I just don't know what it was. It wasn't exactly the case he liked talking about.
Agent Lang's father, Dalong Lang. Trusted ally and confidant of President Wong. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winter. Our first priority should be to find out what they were. We got a time here.
Hello?
Oh.
Okay,
I must scene the scour and scour the scene. Look at this guy.
the snowman's head.
Yeah, the
What's
snowman
going on with
is-
his head? We need to get a
Hey,
head.
it's snowman.
Investigate.
It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder. Huh? And that muffler was all wet, and its little button eyes have fallen off.
Indeed, it still looks reasonably healthy at this point, although not entirely. I can see one thing that's missing.
Ah, poor guy. I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. This is reminding me of Japanese warlord Dante Masamune.
Why?
Because I was talking about him earlier today. A cool Yessie history fact. This guy was metal as fuck. So he had like smallpox or something as a kid, and it blinded him in one of his eyes, and the eye, like, it was protruding out of his face because illness is bad. And all of his advisors were like, "That's gonna make you like weak because if you're in battle, like, and somebody tries to grab your eye, like, that's a disadvantage because like it's sticking out of your face." And he went, "Okay, bet," and he had his eye removed because of that.
Okay.
Some stories also say that he removed it himself, which is metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wore an eye patch and he had a missing eye.
Yeah.
Is my main point.
Yeah. Did you read this line?
Not a bad piece. Thieving them. Maybe they had potential.
I think one of the orphans took it. I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by someone else entirely.
Alright, you pointed this one out earlier. This should be easy.
Could this be related to anything? No!
You're damn right
No.
it is. It's related to my badge.
This snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Yeah, his je ne sais quoi. Exactly. Indeed, luckily we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Alldown was holding. Look at that. It's the same type of button as the other eye and everything.
And if we suppose the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does that button contradict? Victim's location. Yeah.
No.
The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Alldown lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself, the snowman? The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling.
I get it. So you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked?
I am, within arm's reach to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close.
Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back.
What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the prints gathered.
Alright, I'll take us back to when Mr. Alldown's body was found.
Back in forward in time.
To the future.
Yay! But the footprints on the left definitely matched up with Mr. Alldown's shoes, right? So, what's the deal?
Oh, I'm yawning so much. Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. Can we really be so sure that these are Mr. Alldown's footprints?
Well, they're the same size, a 12, which is pretty big. Prints of shoes. They also go straight up to the middle of the planter, where his body was.
But as we've established, when he was attacked, he fell and grabbed the button from the snowman.
Well, being a great thief, I know a few contortions. But that would be way beyond even me.
Okay. What tricks? Can you fit
I
in
can
a
put my
box?
head between my legs, like bending over backward. I know what I'm talking about, I just describe it. But like, you know when somebody puts their legs over their head?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Some average Joe stretching his arms that far? Basically impossible.
I would love it
We're
to like.
fantastic.
I-
Mr. Fantastic.
yeah.
Say that again?
Say that again. I would love if she was all like, my contortionist trick, and then she just like crouches. It's like, see, does a somersault. Whoa. I think we can reasonably be certain that the prints were made by the shoes the victim was wearing, but can we be certain that they were actually the victim's shoes? Perhaps we should take another look at them. Excuse me, sir. I must scour these shoes.
I shoes you.
These shoes. As the case file says, they match the footprints, but... Oh, these aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it.
What do you mean?
Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly.
So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found and they stop right by his feet.
But they didn't actually belong to him.
So, are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead away and come back?
No, I don't think so. They're too small.
So, neither of them. Then how did he get here?
That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He flew. He was carried by the killer. Dang it. There was a little tiny tornado that picked him up. So then...
There you go.
So then where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman, as we suspect?
I think we have something in logic, by the way, that we can get out of.
Well, let's see. The body was moved. We're involved. Brick. Hold on. Accomplices. Ah! My brain is struggling.
Think about the two that seem the most related to each other right now.
Well, I mean, the two winner ones.
Uh-huh.
If Chairman Winner was involved in President Wong's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, I get it.
You do?
Surprise!
You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot!
Booty!
He must have been digging up the ransom money.
He must have been digging for booty. Alright, do you just want to say booty? Yes!
Yeah.
The ransom money, $100 million, is an awful lot of cash.
All I can think of is, did either of you watch 50% Off?
I mean, I watched the first episode a long time ago.
I feel like it was in like the bloopers or something, but there's one where they just have like Nuggy said he's like booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Oh, I kind of know that, yeah.
I love it.
Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility.
Glad you agree.
Concrete. Okay. I'm gonna do logic with these two, though. No. Well, kind of. I mean, it says, like, the brick was gotten from somewhere.
We just discovered that the murder scene might be different. Maybe we should look over by the snowman.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Nope.
Mr. Aldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button clutched in his hand? That would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I better take a closer look. Oh, no!
Wait a second here.
I just start throwing up because I figure out the answer. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
I catch that thing right there.
Nothing's catching my attention.
You know what I'm pointing to? You see that?
I don't see anything. I just, like, directly on top of it.
I am looking away, I do not see it.
Oh, look, there's a
I
brick
see.
missing here. The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing.
Now we got some logic. Brick!
Brick!
And
Brick!
brick! Nuts. Brick!
Something bricked up. I don't know. It seems
That
quite
logic's getting me pretty bricked up right now.
I was just imagining Edgeworth, like, putting a hand on Kay's shoulder and being like, something bricked up. You know what I'm trying to get at. In case, like...
Excuse me, Kay. I
What?
need to go back to my office for a second. I'm feeling bricked up at the moment.
Okay, all these bricks have reminded me I need to go back to my office for some reason. It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape inside.
The body was moved from next to the snowman. Please!
Time blast.
I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Right. The button came from there and the brick too.
Indeed. And what's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters.
Mr. Aldown would have seen them right away.
What if they threw it? What if they had like professional baseball level throwing? Exactly. What if they ricocheted off the orphanage and it hit him in the back of the head? I think we need to update the simulation, Kay. Mr. Aldown wasn't standing by the planters. He was next to the snowman.
Gotcha. Alright, here goes.
We got a new photo. Like, what is going on here?
This is nothing.
Guessing?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Indeed,
For
everybody
some
who's
reason, I
present
decided that was...
is in exactly the same spot.
So, where did we go
So
wrong?
where did I go wrong? I lost. That song played on the radio for me, like, over the weekend, and I have not been able to get it out of my head.
Aw.
I don't like that song that much. It's not bad. But one of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? But which one? What if it was the picture that was fake? Right? I mean,
That's what I think, but...
where all the location is really. Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Aldown?
Huh? What do you mean?
We know that whoever killed him moved his body, but why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't? I really reversed saw in my head.
And then they took the photo to help back up the lie?
They had the president at gunpoint. They could have easily forced him to pose for the picture. He would have no choice but to comply.
Hey, now that you mention it, we only recovered one picture from Mr. Aldown's camera, right?
Indeed, I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there. That camera looks pretty digital to me, but I guess it was kind of old. Then replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one he staged.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Aldown was killed. No way.
Yes way. And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Aldown saw at all. It is highly likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that was the case.
Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Aldown thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence that we can use to try and figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing. You're not gonna let me listen to it? Like I don't know what's...
trying to
I think
imply.
up front by the door, or like where the snow was melted, but
I think it's where the footprints lead to.
yeah.
'Cause, like, the footprints are kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Take that!
That's where they really were? How do you figure that?
Do I need a reason?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
actually, you do. You mean you don't have one?
Clearly wasn't.
Okay, maybe not that one.
Yeah, let me go
oh,
over
now
what he
I
says in his
remember.
message first. Jesus Christ.
Oh, now I remember where it's supposed to be.
The light's,
light's
out, so
out.
I can't quite see.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Oh, the
Ba-da-ba-ba.
lights.
Well, why didn't they let me do it before they took me to the other screen? Like, they just put me here, and I'm like, okay.
Take that!
Oh, there.
Recall the statement from Mr. Alldown's voicemail. Damn it, the light's out. That's all. That's my best acting. Two of the lights here in the yard are broken.
Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building.
Alright, could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned?
Sure.
And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building.
Sean's just over there, like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Like, it's like, is that guy got a gun?
Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage.
So they moved the body and staged a photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial.
Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it will also affect our understanding of the scene when the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
Back to the Future.
Yes, let's go! To switch between the two recreations, I first need to press T to talk with K. What the hell does that mean? And then select Switch Recreation. I'll give it a try later when I need it.
I think we.
Do we need it?
I think we need to switch right now. I think. Maybe?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Switch Recreations.
Switcherino.
Yeah, I don't need to read this.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, examine the area where his body is. Where his body originally was, I should say, yeah.
I'll scour the scene. Well, it cuts off weirdly. No. Blood on the snow. A lot of it. Certainly looks as if it's a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Aldown was killed by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Aldown.
Need I remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner, the man who would have no scruples about altering the official record over something this small.
But then, I go through all that trouble. Couldn't he have just cleaned up all the blood instead?
He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this was where the police would find Mr. Aldown's body. And he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
Oh, you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they'd used that for sure.
Emma just pops into existence.
She just
Like, allow
materializes.
me to assist you.
I was about to eat food. Too bad. Spray this area.
Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far as he'd falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It would simply have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy.
Yeesh. So we've been looking at a forgery this whole time? That sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Aldown's clothes were covered in blood too.
It does, and if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is wasn't yet dry when Mr. Aldown's body was placed here.
I get it. Which means the other person's blood was spilled not long before Mr. Aldown was.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Yeah, that someone else was attacked?
Alright, I think we have to deduce something now
Okay.
in that area. Now, is there anything strange about the blood stain?
Yeah, it cuts off here.
Yeah, why is that?
Let's see if we can do something. Because the fire was, it was in the snow and the snow melted.
Yeah.
So the fire happened after.
Aha! Eureka.
There's a clear contradiction here.
Huh? Is a blood stain?
The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question was spilt before the fire was started.
Huh? But the fire happened before the murder. No?
This is a lot of sleuthing we're doing. This is...
It is pretty impressive how much they're able to figure out of a murder that happened 12 years ago.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
If we chose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here...
The kid who lit it. It might have seen something.
Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winter's version of events.
We need to know more about this fire. You, random guy.
Yes, Shifu.
The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go see if they have anything, and bring everything you find back here right away.
Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it.
One more thing.
What is it, Shifu?
Contact my family back in Zhongfa.
Oh, shit.
Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something there related to the case.
Now it's getting even more personal than it already was, because it was already personal. There should. What kind of something exactly?
I told you I'd seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I remember where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it. Or at least of something very much like it.
What?
It looked like it was drawn by a child.
Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire.
It should still be in there somewhere. Tell him to send it right away.
Yes, Shifu. Ah!
He's gonna fly to Zhongfa and come back in like 2 hours.
Nice. Good investigation.
Oh, there we go. Good investigating.
Yay.
Bless me. Shifu, I'm back! I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office.
How did he get that
And
so
one more thing.
quickly?
You get paid to.
He went all the way to Zhongfa and back in like a few minutes? Like, bruh,
I
that's
ran.
insane.
Like Pearl in Game 2.
About time. What kept you, huh? Well, hand it over.
An ocean.
I like how he's complaining, and you understand this man must have had to have gone over an ocean and back, and he's still complaining about how long it took.
Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we?
Wait a second here. What the hey?
Yeah, this is your line, Duncan.
This is it. This is the picture I remember.
Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident?
This is kind of terrifying, though.
It kind of is.
Look at how cute helmet is.
It looks like a kid drew it, huh?
Yes, and I'm willing to bet the work of a child. It was the work of the child who set the fire.
Damn. Yes, clearly, looking at this drawing, this child must have also committed arson.
Shifu, there's...
What now? Look, it'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor, why do you think my father kept this?
I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation, although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire too?
Sure, here.
In reality, I imagine what actually happened was that they like took a picture of the picture and sent it over. Or faxed it. It is Japan after all.
Yeah.
If you just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed on the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later.
What? Must have been because he saw something, right?
No, a kid? Really? That's horrible.
Well, sadly not unimaginable.
Huh? Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. What's this?
But what's it doing in the case file?
What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen it somewhere before?
Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected.
Which item relates to the evidence the boy left behind? Is its missing horn?
This thing! Stop.
I don't know what it was doing, the evidence for that case, but it looks like it might be the missing horn for this soft toy.
Hey, that was President Wong's.
You've seen it before.
Of course. He always kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece.
I see. It has a special device inside that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn.
Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings?
You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 51st floor.
Hang on, Mr. Edgeworth, I have to run up 54 unlit stairs.
Alright, you heard the man. Every squad, roll out. Every single person, go up 51 flights of stairs.
We have to do that segment from Final Fantasy VII.
Everybody just has to run up the stairs. Everyone.
But like from the original, the one where Tifa says the Arsler.
Oh no.
Yes, Shifu, I'll go fetch it right away. It was 97, it was a different time.
That would have been funny.
Here it is, Shifu, the Taurosaurus doll, just like you asked.
Good work. Hand it to the prosecutor over there.
Here you go, prosecutor. Ow! He said hand it, not throw it.
Well, does this horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie?
Yes!
It fits perfectly.
And? Any more recordings on there?
Amelie!
Amelie?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Amelie?
Hi, DJ. Sorry, President Wong. It's me, Amelie. I know it's been a while. I saw
I
on
take
the,
responsibility for this.
I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon. I cook an egg on a spoon.
Oh, really?
And I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to.
Turn it off! Right now!
What's gotten into Judge Gavel?
Are you okay?
Just turn it off, please!
Yo, chillax.
Chillax.
You see, why am I reading this?
Do you want me to take over?
Yes, please.
You just kind of started and I let you.
You see, I had a baby. A beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except, I called him Sean. Sean Fenn. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
That explains that.
No!
Sean Fenn.
And also that I'll be on the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like, even if it's just only this one. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye.
This was in the doll? What? He was my dad? I killed my dad. What a twist of fate.
I'm so sorry, Sean.
Can you explain what the heck is going on, Gavel?
Sean isn't my biological son.
Yeah, well, the ages kind of made me hope
Yeah.
that. I was like,
Me too.
I adopted him.
and he's aware of this.
Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn. She died 5 years ago.
Amelie?
We were cousins. But we were also friends. The best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so, when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret. And I decided that the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place.
That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and sent the plushie to the president. Now that explains why he's kept it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, Sean?
You're sure he was really my dad?
Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Jeonfa.
makes sense. That line of work might well have brought her into contact with the president.
What? You told me she worked at the orphanage.
She did, but only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
We really are learning a lot of lore.
Sorry, Judge Cavell, but I have to ask. Amelie, the lady who asked the president to come, why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident?
She never made it to the rendezvous that night.
someone was tailing her.
I'll bet that was Chairman Winner's doing. Though sadly we can't prove it.
And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again.
And she died 5 years ago. This can't have been easy for Sean. Or can't be.
Hey, Sean. Are you thirsty? We could go get a soda.
I have a backpack full of milk. And why am I using Edward's voice?
I have a backpack full of milk.
My treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over.
I think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important, and it's about me. I'm staying.
Ah, that didn't work at all. What if I want a soda?
Sean, look over there.
Sean!
It's
Sean!
Sean!
Just got reminded of that.
Sean! Look over there.
Sean, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago.
So that's it. That was the big secret.
I wanted to tell him face to face that Amelie was gone. But also that you were alive and well. More than well.
But I...
Makes sense now. No wonder Judge Cavell was so keen to avoid sharing the details of their meeting.
Yeah, she would have had to share the truth about Sean, too.
God forbid someone share the truth.
That's why I took the lion lilies with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Amelie. And that I knew her well. These flowers bore special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wong gave Amelie a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now, Toot was dead. If only he had lived. Sean might have finally been able to get to know him.
Shifu!
I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but
What is it? You've been hovering over me this whole time. Can you wait?
You've held your hand right around my face the entire time.
they sent something else from Zhangfa. President Wang's will.
What?
The president's will, huh?
He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him. In the end, there was no medals left to give. So he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels.
You know, I feel like you should use a different term or phrase other than family jewels. Just saying.
You know.
Maybe he is talking about his balls. Who knows? Maybe he is. Huh?
By the way, at some point soon, I'm gonna have to go feed my cat.
That's fair. We can take a break.
At 7:30, I think.
Okay.
But don't worry, a good stopping point is coming up pretty soon where we can break real quick. So.
Okay.
But this is...
What is it, Agent Lang? Does it have anything to do with our current case?
No. How could it?
You could say that. It seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son.
Sean's name appears in the president's will.
And we're certain that the document is authentic. That President Wong wrote it himself.
Sure we are. It's old, but it's real. My family took charge of it back during the SS5 incident. They'll want to analyze it back home to be sure, but I'd stick my name on it, being the genuine article.
Wong was a renowned world leader. A child nobody knew about would have been sure to cause a stir, and yet he chose to mention the child in his will nonetheless.
Well, that's that, I guess. Still can't quite believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Sean, you're President Wong's son.
Is that also part of the reason why he visited the set? I wonder.
It might be.
Probably.
Whoa. I like how he looks confused. Huh?
Oh my god, so
Gumshoe's
many.
just like, huh?
Gumshoe's like, I haven't been
Gumshoe's just
listening.
Sean!
Gumshoe's like, what happened? It's like-
Sean!
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 These are all Sean!
To be continued.
Well,
there you go. Now you can
there you
feel
go.
it.
Alright. Nice.
cat time.
Yep. Alright, everyone. We're gonna take a short break, and then we'll be right back.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Yep. We are back.
Right.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
We are discussing on how far we're going to try and get this stream.
I think
See.
we're gonna get some answers in this upcoming session. It's gonna be exciting. Some stuff about this case is finally going to start making sense.
Yeah, we're gonna try and play as much as we can. So here we go.
Sean,
Oh god, I just ate part of my snack.
I like how the entire squad is still here, like including Lana and her apprentice.
Yeah, can they get out of here? Go home.
Like, why are they still here?
wow, I'm trying to get a scoop here.
He was my dad?
It can't have been easier learning the truth about his father's identity so unexpectedly. You basically said the same thing not that long ago. And too late to ever get to know him.
You know how hard I tried to find him.
Sean,
I get it.
Wait, hold on.
I get it. He was the president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. But he was right there in front of me. Right there on the set. So why didn't he just say something? Why didn't he tell me who he was?
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broken my promise to find you, that fire would have...
Yeah, what?
If I hadn't broken my promise to you, that fire would have never happened. And he wouldn't have... I've ruined everything. Everything. It's all my fault. I even ruined your flowers.
Sean! Please, you mustn't blame yourself. Just try to be here with me. Just for a little while.
The bond between parent and child is symbolized by the lion lily. I'm no expert, but it's native to Zhongfa, so I know that much at least.
Edgeworth is just like, yeah, it's common knowledge, I get it.
Like, you don't gotta rub it in.
Sadly, we don't have the luxury of dwelling on such things just now. I know it might seem insensitive, Agent Lang, but sentimentality won't help us here. We need to focus on what we can do about the case before us.
You're right.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm eating some cheese. I just bit into a bit that has like some hard stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Ew.
I'm gonna put that down for now.
No cheese right now.
I'll eat another part. I mean, like, what could it be?
What kind of cheese is it?
I don't really know. It came with like a meal I had.
It's called mystery cheese, Yessie. The best kind of cheese.
I was about to say mystery cheese.
I believe we've learned all we need to know about what happened back then for now.
I believe we've learned all we can about mystery cheese.
Mystery cheese added to the evidence.
It's like bits that like feel like eggshells or something. I don't know what this is.
Oh.
How did it all line up with your father's theories about the case?
I wouldn't know. He took those to the grave with him. He never shared his thoughts with anybody. There's no way of knowing now what he figured out.
What about your own thoughts? Are you feeling any more positive in light of what we learned from Kay's reconstruction? Are we any closer to learning what really happened 12 years ago?
You know, I think we might be.
My father's footsteps are starting to become clear. Now, all we need to do is follow them. Oh, way of the truth.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The whole truth. And nothing but.
Let's walk hand in hand, Edgeworth, toward the truth.
The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Torosaurus toy proves it. He must have gone there to meet with Amelie Fenn. Except he was kidnapped, and All Down happened to see it. If All Down hadn't been there wouldn't have been a murder, just a kidnapping. Instead, they had to move his body to the planters and staged a photo to throw everybody off the scent.
So that's our current theory, is it?
But there's something I still don't understand.
There is.
This. Why risk staging a picture? They would have had to force the president to play along. What if he hadn't?
It's a good question. And we may be closer to discovering the answer than we think. We'll just have to get there one deduction at a time.
Yeah, I guess we will. Alright, deduce away.
Deducing!
Alright, was there anything strange about what he said? Anything
Hold
that
on.
popped out?
Allow me to take a loud bite of chip.
A loud bite of mystery cheese, you mean?
I was about to say,
No, the mystery cheese is not a part of this conversation anymore.
The president went to the orphanage that night. What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna press things.
Hold it!
Nothing immediately pops up to me.
Plushie, it has a recording device concealed inside it, correct?
It does. And it was used by Sean's mother, Amelie.
To record a message asking the president to meet her at the orphanage at midnight.
whoa, you're finishing each other's sentences now? What a team! You two will peel away the layers of the truth like an onion, I'm sure of it! Haha, Shrek reference.
Mysteries are like onions. They have layers.
What if it's a glass
I
onion,
love
though?
Shrek.
Shrek is a good movie, okay?
It is a good movie, I'm just saying Kay would love it.
You do realize that there's
Would
nothing
love
underneath
Shrek.
all the layers of an onion, don't you, Kay? Should try to say something a little less unfortunate sounding.
Jesse, that's the idea for our next tier list. What are the cast's thoughts and feelings on Shrek?
There you go. For reference, I guess I'll have to post this on like my Twitter or something now. But I was sharing with Dan and Duncan before stream. I made the tier list of a bunch of Ace Attorney characters and how high of a spice tolerance I think they have.
Yeah.
It was a pretty comprehensive list. I liked it.
I think I did a great job.
Yeah.
I'm correct.
Alright, now say this disgusting line.
I already did. Oh.
No, this is a new line.
You two will peel the layers of the truth away like the skin of a wolf, I'm sure of it.
He said less unfortunate sounding. Shall I continue?
No, we're good.
Hold it!
If Mr. Aldown hadn't been there, huh? That's an interesting suggestion. Care to explain?
There's not a whole lot to explain. He saw the kidnapping, so he was murdered. If he hadn't been there, maybe the kidnapping could have happened without any blood being spilled.
What could it?
It makes it sound as if it was Mr. Aldam's fault that he was murdered.
Also, there was blood before the thing.
Talk about victim blaming, am I right, Mr. Edgeworth?
There was blood before the kidnapping. Isn't there?
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. We should point that out.
That's not what Agent Lang is saying, Kay. What he meant is that Mr. Aldown was the only person who died at the orphanage that night.
Well, of course he was. They kidnapped the president and everything. But the ransom was paid and he came home safely, right?
She's right, of course, but why does something bother me about that? I think it might be worth taking another look over the evidence.
Finish discussing things with your assistant, Mr. Prosecutor. So let's continue, shall we?
Let's go back to that line.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it wasn't Aldown.
Yeah, there was another bloodstain.
What's the dealio? Lang?
What's the dealio with bloodstains? Am I right?
You're saying there wouldn't have been... I was about to be like, you're saying there wouldn't have been no murder if Mr. Aldown
No
had
murder?
witnessed the kidnapping. But is that really the case?
Why wouldn't it be? Their main aim was to abduct the president, right? So if there hadn't been a witness present, they wouldn't have been needed to murder anybody.
And yet it remains possible that Mr. Aldown wasn't the only person killed that night. There was a large pool of blood between the planters and between the planters, but Mr. Aldown was murdered over by the snowman. It can't have belonged to him. What if all that blood by the planters belonged to someone else?
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You do realize what you're saying, don't you?
I do. It's hard to believe. I'll be the first to admit it. But it's what the evidence suggests. Not just one person was killed here 12 years ago, but two.
Wait, you're saying they covered up a whole separate murder?
Yeah, it's kind of impressive, honestly.
But whose? Who else could have been killed that night?
Whoever covered up this other homicide did so very skillfully indeed. They even seem to have been able to avoid it being mentioned in the files. They didn't quite get rid of everything. We have a piece of evidence from 12 years ago that they never managed to erase. This clearly shows that something else happened that night. Picture. Also, this does look like a photographic picture.
Yeah, to be fair, so.
But they also had the will, and it was like the actual will too. So it's like
Well,
they couldn't have faxed that over or anything.
But that's, I don't know. Excelsius Winner tried to shroud the existence of the other murder in darkness, but there was one piece of evidence he wasn't able to suppress, thanks to the efforts of your father, Agent Lang. Of your
My father?
Of your father, Agent Lang.
My daddy?
Not your father named Agent Lang. Anyway. Cast your mind back, if you will.
My papa?
Something else was hidden along. Yes. My au
We want to
pair?
go real tiny. Baba?
True.
Otosan? Just like, yes,
Otosan.
yes.
Chichue.
Something
He
else.
feels like he needs a formal one.
Yeah. Something else was hidden along with all the other evidence from the crime scene. The existence of the child who set fire in front of the orphanage. But why would Chairman Winner wish to erase him from the record? Because he saw something he should not have. That's why.
He did? What was it?
It's right here in this picture.
Or my father kept.
I think we can all agree that's the president on the right-hand side. And that's the Torosaurus toy in his hand. But who's that standing across from him? Ha ha ha. This fucking guy.
Take that!
Eastern robes and a black dog? That can only be Bodhidharma Canis.
What? That creepy assassin guy?
And what would a hired killer be doing in the presence of a president? I can think of only one thing. That's right, it wasn't a kidnapping that occurred here 12 years ago. It was an assassination. Relax.
I'm doing a little
Oh my God.
Schwarzenegger there. Why does this go hard?
And where the guard and Chairman Winter were?
Yes, I think they were complicit. More than complicit, in fact. One provided the venue for the killing, and the other suppressed the testimony of the child who witnessed it. Mr. Aldown was murdered because what he witnessed was actually an assassination, and not the kidnapping he thought. No.
Do you think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago? We only found his body this morning. He was alive and well until just recently.
Yeah, we even met him.
Indeed. So we have a president killed 12 years ago and a president killed in the last 48 hours. Two presidents, in other words. Or two presidents, in other words.
Right, which is completely impossible.
Or is it? I think it's entirely possible for there to be two presidents. In fact, that would explain a lot.
But regardless of what happened, I still respected him. Shangfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together.
The president Agent Lang spoke of was a noble and capable leader. The presidential mask has well and truly slipped. Entirely unlike the man we met. It really did seem as if they were two completely different people. But how could one country have two presidents? What could explain a situation like that? This is how it was possible for there to be two presidents. They were twins. One was a body. That's not what I wanted to press, but. The president not a
Well-
twin.
What is the consequence of your action?
Well,
Yeah, that baby could have swooned. Sorry, but it couldn't. President Wong was an only child. That's a matter of record.
fuck!
What if there's a long-lost evil twin?
Give it up. There's no way there could have been two presidents. Just not possible.
It is, and I'm going to prove it to you. This is how it was possible. There's a body double. That's what I wanted to press. I wanted this one.
Ah! Haha!
One of the two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense.
A body double.
President Wong was a man of great power and influence in Zhangfa, a figure on the world stage. There must have been countless attempts on his life over the years, such as the one at Gourd Lake only a few days ago.
It's true. There are more than a few assassination attempts. But that doesn't mean I'm about to accept that there was more than one president. Not without proof.
Do we have any proof that there was more than one president? Right here, I have the body of both presidents. Fucking...
No, that's not what we want. Huh? That's the IS-7 that's going to. We want the SS. We want something about the SS5 and Xeris.
I'm just like whispering to myself.
occurred on February 10th, 12 years ago. John was captured. President's presence at the embassy until midnight confirmed.
Hang on a second here.
Was supposed to meet at midnight, but
He was at the
president was
embassy.
confirmed at
So
midnight.
but he was also at the orphanage. Yeah?
I don't think he noticed the contradiction staring him in the face. Or is
Because
he
he's
just
an idiot,
unable to
that's-
accept it?
What's the matter, Mr. Prosecutor? You're pretty quiet all of a sudden.
In Amelie Fenn's record, she asked the president to be at the orphanage at midnight. But it shouldn't have been possible for him to be there at the time,
Huh? How come?
because he was supposedly still at the embassy with your father, Agent Lang. I keep doing that. I keep enunciating wrong. Your father, Agent Lang, is what it should be. So he had noticed. The only way he could have been in two places at once is if there were two of him. Ow!
So, the real president, the one who...
Died 12 years ago? I think it might have been.
Why? And who? Who would have hired Canis to murder the president?
In order to figure that out, we'll need to look again at the piece of evidence we recently discovered was a fake. The fake evidence. What was it again? Gee, I can't remember. Not the shoes. Yeah.
Take that!
Take a closer look at this for me, please. Agent. God dang it.
Why? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It shows us exactly who was responsible for President Wong's assassination.
No, it doesn't.
I know this is hard for you, but it's only going to get harder.
You think that's why I'm not saying anything? I'm not saying anything because I'm speechless. What kind of a theory is that?
Game prompts me for fake evidence. Literally was placed on his feet. The person responsible for the real president's death. Perhaps they wanted to take his place. That seems a believable motive. Now I just need to present Agent Lang with evidence showing who they are.
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, who's our culprit? Enlighten me.
I'll be happy to. Fake evidence. What was it again?
The fake evidence? For the old murder?
Yeah.
The one that
For
we
the old
pointed out
murder.
as being fake earlier?
What the fuck is happening? My brain is not.
Wasn't it the photo?
It's.
Oh, it was the photo.
I like. Yeah.
Take that!
Because they said they would have had to stage it.
I forgot. The picture taken with Mr. Aldown's camera was staged sometime after his murder. Mr. Aldown was murdered because he witnessed the president's assassination. In other words, the photograph too must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the president in the staged photograph? The body double. Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president's double had him killed, so that he could take
Look at
his
that
place
aura.
permanently. An Excelsius winner and Fifi Lagarde helped him do it.
Not so fast!
Wait. You don't even have a body to support your theory.
So
That means that... So what they would get out of it would be like the ability to continue their smuggling ring. Like legally. Anyway.
Are you telling me it magically disappeared?
Yeah.
Objection!
No, in fact, we know exactly where it wound up. The president's body was here the whole time.
Yeah.
Dug
that!
under the ground.
That's why he had to dig it up.
It dug up a body. He was there for 12 years,
Damn.
and he was preserved. Chairman Winter dug something up last night, something he couldn't trust anybody else to retrieve. We thought it might have been ransom money, but it was actually something even more important.
Wait, you mean
That's right. The real president's body. I think it's highly likely.
What?
The body may have decomposed in the intervening years, but the bones would surely have remained. Mr. Powers informed us that construction is due to start here sometime soon. Everything had to be wrapped up before then. The shooting of the movie and the recovery of the president's remains.
Yeah, I guess once they started digging the place up, they would have found them pretty quick, huh?
Agent Lang, we need to have these so-called monster footprints analyzed again.
Yeah, I guess we do. If there was a body under one of them, there should be trace evidence to confirm it.
So, the president who is currently lying dead in one of the footprints is the body double. And
No,
the
it
real
would've been the real president.
and the real one right beneath him. What irony.
Hey! Give me somebody from forensics.
Sorry. Hi, I'm from
The whole squad
forensics.
is still here. The whole squad is still here.
Sir, presenting the findings of our analysis, sir. Traces of human remains were found in the dirt, along with other signs of a body
Holy
having
shit,
been
man.
buried. Isn't that fun?
So it really was him.
Bones were also recovered from the home of Excelsius Winter. Great, right? I just love this guy being so excited to explain this. The physique looks to be about right, and dental and medical records are a match. It's him, no doubt about it. Peace. So as suspected, the real President Wong was killed 12 years ago, and the SS-5 kidnapping was in fact a homicide.
Wow, really was a murder, huh? This case has taken so many twists and turns, I'm starting to lose track.
Very twisty. Yes, perhaps we should summarize our findings, just to confirm that we understand everything correctly.
Good idea. Let's go everything from the point where the president arrived at the orphanage.
Next 20 minutes of stream. 12 years ago, the real President Wong visited the orphanage. His aim? To meet his infant son. The footprints we originally assumed to be those of Mr. Aldown seemed likely to have actually been made by the President upon his arrival.
Yeah, because he's fucking huge.
But instead of being greeted by his child, he was met by the assassin, Bodhidharma Canis. I knew that guy had to come back at some point for some reason.
Yeah. Also, sorry for the confusion. I know I called him Siren Dogan earlier, which is fan translation.
I don't remember you calling him that, but
Oh,
so it didn't confuse me.
oh. Well,
That's so sad. He was hoping to see his baby for the first time, only to...
Indeed, but at least with Canis, we can be sure that the job was swiftly and effectively completed. But then after
well, at
the
least he died quickly.
yeah. At least his throat got cut and he bled out a lot. But like very efficiently. But then, after the assassination, another tragedy occurred.
Mr. Aldown's murder.
Yes, it seems he witnessed a key moment at the evening's proceedings. The moment when our culprits, the so-called kidnappers, took the president's body around the side of the building, that was the site that sealed his fate. We've now established that he was standing by the orphanage gates at the time, far enough away that he believed he was that he was seeing the president's abduction. At which point,
Oh, the body double who had come to meet up with his co-conspirator walked right up behind Mr. Alden.
leading to our unfortunate eyewitness.
Being murdered by the man who was plotting to replace the president. So was the body double that moved Mr. Alden's body too.
Yes, I think it probably was.
But none of the footprints could have been his, eh?
Actually, I think they could. In fact, we have a piece of evidence that proves how that particular trick was achieved, which shows how the body double managed to move the body without leaving any footprints. I'm just gonna keep clicking the shoes.
Yeah, I mean, if it's body double, same shoe size, so step in the same footprint.
Yeah.
Take that!
What if the president's double moved Mr. Aldown's body like this? After killing Mr. Aldown, he could have carried him to the other side of the entrance. Given that his job was to look like the president, he would have been wearing the same shoes, meaning that if he stepped exactly in the footprints left by the real president.
Of course! His would have been the same shape and size.
I always see these types of things, and I always think man, if I murdered someone, I'd just get caught immediately.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I would never think to be oh, let me walk in the footprints so I can make people think that these footprints are his footprints.
It would have looked like a single set of footprints. So that's how it all went down? I'm so glad we finally figured it out. Wait, but there's still one thing I don't get.
There is? What?
Why? Why did they need to pretend there was a kidnap?
Mr. Aldown had seen the president at the orphanage, and left a message on Miss Ringer's phone describing what he thought he saw. Would have been impossible for the conspirators to erase that message. So they had to make it look as if events described in the message were true.
How did they hear the message?
I mean, I don't know.
I've never had a phone that has saved messages that I've left for other people.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just assume that this phone did that for some reason.
Staging a kidnapping like the one he thought he saw.
Exactly. I think the two people in the photograph are likely to be the body double and Fifi Lagarde.
She's the one with the trench coat? How can you be sure of that?
The two of them would have to walk out beyond the orphanage gates to stage the photo. The body double could have put his feet in the real president's prints as he did before.
Oh, so the other set of footprints were hers.
The ones we originally thought belonged to the killer, yes. They were about size 9, too small for Chairman Winner, in other words. That's assuming things, but okay. Which means the kidnapper must have been played by Warden Lagarde. And that explains how a so-called kidnapping was actually a presidential assassination.
It does. Which means my father must have
He must have?
noticed. There's no way he wouldn't have suspected a murder. Especially now with the kid's picture as proof.
But the picture was never officially put into evidence, correct?
No, he appears to have kept hold of it after taking the witness statement of the child who drew it.
Yeah, because he knew. He knew President Wong was dead. And he knew what would happen if that news ever got out.
Zhang Fa would have been plunged into chaos, no doubt.
So he kept it a secret. And that secret died with him. Even though it meant taking the blame for the kidnapping and our family name being ruined.
So your father knew the truth about what happened 12 years ago, but he chose to hide it.
Well, it's finally coming to light at last.
Let's go. Who?
I think I know what this is.
Huh?
Huh?
Who's there?
Oh boy.
Ah!
That's
Oh yeah, because we did mention a Prison Break, I
Is
believe.
Is that a bell?
Yep.
Hey, really quick, guys. I have some news I just found out.
Okay.
What?
Do you all know about the website objection.lol, where you can like make
Yeah,
fake Ace
I
Attorney
know
dialogue?
Yeah, I know about it.
It's trending on TikTok right now, and apparently people think that the characters are OCs that people are using.
Okay.
Oh.
Like people don't realize that Ace Attorney is a real thing, and
Well,
they think that people are just making up shit with their OCs on TikTok.
TikTok is a silly place.
TikTok is a silly place, but like,
That's why I
I'm
never
trying to
go
wrap
there.
my brain around this.
This just tells me we need a new Ace Attorney game very, very badly.
And it needs to sell gangbusters.
True.
Yeah.
Alright. Bodhidharma Canis!
That's my name, don't wear it out.
What the heck are you doing here? You think you can just show up in front of us like a puddle pal? Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing this fascinating conversation you were having.
The opportunity to gloat over your past crimes was just too good to miss, I expect.
You killed President Wong! I did. But it's not something I'm inclined to gloat over. I was more interested in something else you mentioned. Someone else, or someone else, I should say.
Someone you're looking for, I suppose.
Exactly. That's why I took a little sojourn from the penitentiary to find a certain young pup. A young pup in a rather eye-catching red raincoat.
What?
What? Wait, you know who they are?
In a matter of speaking, what did you call him again? A secret mastermind.
Hi, it's me again. It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course.
Red Raincoat.
The prosecutor looked a little surprised, didn't he? Helmut, yes, he does. The young pup I mentioned, he saved my life, you know. 12 long years ago.
Oh boy, okay, we're doing this now.
Shit. It's the dog.
My unexpected savior.
As you've surmised, it was I who killed President Wong. But that meant I, too, became an inconvenience in need of removal. The imposter President Werner, the guard, all three were keen to guarantee my silence. And if I hadn't met my friend, the young pup, again, they might have succeeded.
I wonder what he's doing now.
So it was the president's body double who hired you.
I remember his words almost as if it were yesterday.
Is this the body double?
I think this is the body double, so I guess that would be you.
Yeah. You know how many times I've nearly been killed? Not once, not twice, a bunch of times. Why do I have to take all... well, it could be him being, like, all decrepit, but I'm gonna do the strong voice, because it's more fun.
Yeah.
Why do I have to take all the risks? Why am I the one they always put in danger? When I'm out here being him, people treat me like I was him. They worship me. So what's the difference? Who's to say I couldn't be just as good as him?
There was a difference, of course. Even if he did look and sound exactly like him. Just because it walks and talks like a president, that doesn't make it a president, does it, boy? No.
Yo, he's kind of spitting fire right now.
Yeah.
Kind of goes hard.
So he got his wish and became the boss, but couldn't quite fill the predecessor's shoes.
Looks not around. That means I'm number one.
I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes.
So many reprisals.
You. Of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me.
Seems the king and his knight were much the same.
The president's double knew that his employer had a weakness. A young woman named Amelie. But in order to find her, he needed to enlist the help of locals.
Locals such as Chairman Winner.
Once Miss Fenn had been located, they simply needed to find the right time to lay their trap.
The meeting she arranged so the president could meet her son. That would have been a perfect opportunity.
Indeed. And with the head of the orphanage brought it to the fold, their little conspiracy was a complete.
I guess the idea is that, like, with the message, they could have just been, like, intercepting calls and listening in on things.
Yeah.
Warden Lagarde.
Now, quid pro quo. Where might I find the pup?
What makes you think the boy who helped you and our mysterious string puller are one and the same?
He set a little fire that night. Out there, in the yard of the orphanage.
Oh yeah, we saw that. It was some kind of a prank.
Prick! It was nothing of the sort, my dear. No, as I understand it, he had taken refuge in the igloo by the entrance.
I did notice the igloo.
From there, he happened to see Winter and Lagarde carrying away a dead body. He also overheard them hatching a certain sordid little plot. A plot to remove me, the only other person who knew what had really happened for the picture. Thankfully, he was kind enough to come and inform me. I was waiting inside the building, you see. He also happened to mention later on that he was wearing his favorite red raincoat.
Okay, but I still got one question for you, Canis. Were Excelsius and Fifi, like, fucking?
Were they, getting it on?
What's going on with that? Where did they meet?
What's going on?
What was their relationship?
In any case, he escorted me for the premises. And being a very considerate boy, thought to erase both of our footprints from the scene of the crime. It seems he had a little kerosene set aside in the igloo for just such an occasion.
What a freak.
That is kind of
Yeah.
messed up.
He spread it liberally around the place and set himself a little fire.
Whoosh.
No way! So that's what the fire was for.
It must have been ever so beautiful. Winter and the guard were positively enchanted. And while they were distracted by the show, he took the opportunity to usher me out of a side entrance.
You never answered my question. You really think he's the one behind all this?
I do indeed. Don't I, Helmut? Yes, I do.
He's like, I don't know, I'm a dog. Finally. I'm like,
He's a very smart little. He's a very smart guy.
Again.
You
Hold
gotta
it!
press him.
again. Oh my god, that was really deep for something. Again. So the two of you hadn't met before.
Yes. On a cold, lonely Christmas Eve, 18 years back.
But that long ago.
But on that occasion, it was I who saved his life.
Does that date ring a bell, Dan?
Probably.
It was snowing, more than it had in years, and cold enough that death by freezing was a real possibility. I had taken Helmut out for a little walk.
The death cold.
He noticed something and bounded off through the snow. When I caught up to him, he was sniffing at a car. The doors had frozen shut. It took all the strength I had, but eventually I managed to open one.
That looks
Inside,
familiar, Dan?
I found two young boys, shivering and semi-conscious.
Yeah, these are the these are children from the thing. You know the thing.
From the
I do
thing,
know
the
the
thing, called the thing.
There's the picture. It was in the backstory, right? The backstory chapter.
It was in the IS-7 incident.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the
So-
Edgeworth case, the Gregory Edgeworth case.
What-
The IS-7 incident.
So, one of the two kids, I want to say the one was,
There's Frost Kids.
actually I'm
and,
not sure, but one of the kids was,
It was
Yeah.
It was Carmel. It was Carmelo Augusto's kid and Artie
Frost.
Frost's kid. Yeah.
2.
Yes. And I had found them even an hour. Had I found them even an hour later, the poor wretches would never have made it. I took them both to a nearby orphanage.
Is it me, or is there something significant about what you just told us?
Nah. Something.
Nah.
Nah.
What is
No.
about Canis' statement that's especially noteworthy the date than other people?
date.
The date.
The date, definitely.
This was on Christmas Eve 18 years ago. You're certain of that?
I am.
Holy smokes! Wow, he finally has lines.
Bender's all like, "Hold on, I know this one."
I
He's like,
forgot he was here.
"Edgeworth, I got this."
We have something that shows why that date is so significant. Which piece of evidence relates to the date Mr. Canis found the children? 15 years ago.
Take that!
The Ivory Stevens 7.
That was the same day on which a certain incident occurred, the murder of a well-known sculptor.
No way.
Alright, bringing all this shit back around, it's starting to
Yeah,
get crazy.
this is probably why I really like this case. It's really starting to connect together now.
An incident in the aftermath of which 2 children went missing. The son of the victim, Artie Frost, and the son of the murderer, Carmelo Gusto.
Yeah, now that you mention it. The little guys did go AWOL, huh?
Intriguing. The son of a murderer and the son of his victim. I suppose that would make sense.
Yeah, well, Gusto didn't really also seem to not really care about his son.
Yeah, it's kind of a terrible father, so it's kind of a wash.
It would.
One of the boys was bound hand and foot, you see.
That must have been part of Mr. Frost's plan to stop Mr. Gustos from getting to the competition.
Indeed, because without a son to taste his creations, Mr. Gusto would have no chance of winning.
So, that was what was behind it all. Sadly, neither of the boys were able to remember any such details.
They weren't?
No. When we met each other again on that night 12 years ago, the young pup explained it to me. It seems they were really on the brink of death when I found them. And the shock of the experience caused them both to lose their memories. They weren't able to remember their name.
Wow. So they wouldn't have known that they were Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto's kids?
So, like, the reason that happened was because Frost was killed. So,
Yeah,
he was planning to come back, probably, but he wasn't able to.
but he never could. So, yeah.
If what he's telling us is true, that would seem likely, yes. Which means we still don't have enough to tell who our mastermind might be. Mr. Canis, would you mind telling us what happened next?
What if it's not one, but 2 people?
By all means. The pup and I remained in contact even after I was sent to prison. Then, I stopped hearing from him. Couldn't help but worry. And then, people from the 12 years ago started cropping up all over the place.
For real?
It rather piqued my curiosity, so I thought I'd temporarily regain my freedom and look into things.
People from 12 years ago? You mean Lagarde, Winner, and President, I assume?
Well, Warden Lagarde was in charge of the prison where he was an inmate the whole time, right?
I guess we ought to thank this guy for breaking out of prison.
Yeah, it's really helping things out, isn't it?
I fear I wasn't as kind to her as I could have been. But then, she did try to have me killed, so you already know why, of course.
Y'all, I'm apologizing in advance. I have hiccups.
Uh-oh. Well, you better cure
We'll
them.
see if they go away, but if I hiccup while voicing Kay or someone, I'm sorry.
It's okay, we just need to really scare her. That's all we gotta do.
Alright.
I'm scared.
I just
I'm
I just
anxious now.
appear in your room. Like,
Your walls!
yeah, I scream and you hear it coming from your walls.
Because you murdered President Wong, but they needed the world to believe he was still alive. Somebody has exposed the president as a fake. It would have been bad for Lagarde and Chairman Winner, too.
Exactly. And not only that, I happened to overhear something else intriguing that night.
I don't know who's talking right now. I actually
Is this
don't know.
not the Amelie line that we heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting for you in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like. Even if it's only just this once.
It's honestly kind of sad. You never got to meet his son.
Who are you? Sorry, but I'm waiting for someone.
I know who you are. President Wong. I couldn't help overhearing the news. Congratulations. But please, don't worry about your son. I only kill those I am employed to kill. Which in this case means you.
No. Wait. This is my first chance to meet him. And it might be my only chance. Please, give me a few minutes longer.
I thought he was going to beg for his life, but no. An interesting character. I told him I was not aware that he had a child. No, he said, and shook his head. Neither was I. But the world will know that I have one now. I mean to make sure of it. I've even prepared something in case the worst comes to the worst. And the son in question, it was the young gentleman with the horns here, correct?
Horns? You can see them?
I don't need to, my dear. I've been listening very carefully, you see. And for longer than you may realize.
So the president meant to tell the world about Sean and prepared something in case of the worst. But it's not enough simply to have Kenneth's word on the matter. Of course.
We have something that proves that he's telling us that what President said is true. The will. The will everybody knew about. He entrusted to my family to show his belief in us, after all. The name in the recording, the preparations he had made, and his will. With those 3 pieces of information, I was able to convince Warden Lagarde to do anything I asked.
With the information at his disposal, he could have exposed the truth about the body double at any time, and Sean's true identity with it.
I'm still here.
President Wong was more agile than I had anticipated. He blocked my first knife thrust. Something soft.
I mean, the man is huge, so...
He's buff. He's a Giga Chad. See, the body double was kind of all for show, but the real guy, he was probably the real deal.
By the time the piece I broke it off hit the snow, my next strike hit its mark.
So it was Canis who tore the horn off the Torosaurus stall.
I was the only one present to hear his final word. The only one who knew the truth about his son. Well, me and that poor pup.
The pup and I.
Hold it!
It's kind of curious how. So you were able to continue communicating with him from prison.
I was. Via post office box.
Why's that?
It's Jesus Christ. Okay.
Jesus Christ, Carrie. Gen Z, am I right?
Yeah. It's a mean of exchanging mail without revealing one's own address.
I never knew where he was, and I wasn't able to slip out and track him down. I was being kept under rather strict supervision, you see.
by Warden Lagarde, no doubt. What were the two of you even communicating about?
We were playing correspond. What the? I don't know why I said that. We were playing. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you said. I hear it sounded...
I said pieing.
Okay.
But that was because I thought that was an I. It's an L. I don't. That's not even a word.
We were playing correspondence chess, of course. That and griping about our respective lots in life.
Okay.
Correspondence test? But didn't you used to play that?
As unlikely as it seems, Mr. Canis's chess opponent was Mr. Knight?
Yes,
Sorry. Yeah, it was Mr.
We found the diagram of the game in the cell, too. Oh, putting it back in the evidence.
So, does that mean Knight had something to do with the IS-7 business?
Wait, could that be it? Do we have any even... I can't believe that it was the first one that I pressed and it was so important. At least so far.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
Do we have any evidence that might connect Knight to the IS-7 incident?
The chest, it was found in the auction.
Yeah.
Take that!
This is everything Knight left behind. Could there be a clue in here somewhere? A ring and a chess set. Should we look at more closely?
The ring, probably.
Yeah, the ring.
The ring!
What's your answer?
Frost.
The
Right.
initials.
What about it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Technically, it's a pseudonym, Paul Halik, who is
Right.
actually Party Frost.
Mr. Fender, take a closer look at this if you would.
Design. That's Paul Halik's trademark.
Trademark
Mark.
mark.
Wait, why is he say that twice? That's weird.
Why, trademark mark.
Ah,
Indeed. It looks like somebody turned the stamp he used to sign his works into a ring. But why would Knight have been carrying it? And why was it not the rest of the evidence from the IS-7 incident?
they tried to release Frost's personal effect to his next of kin after the case wound down. But if I remember rightly, old Frosty Boy didn't have any family aside from his kid. And the kid was missing, so they never got to hand it back to him. Not till later, anyhow.
Later.
I heard on the grapevine that they found him in the end and gave him the goods.
Including the seal, it would seem, which he turned into a ring and wore until his own death.
So we're saying that Mr. Knight was Mr. Frost?
The cops don't mess around with stuff like that. They would have made sure before handing it over.
And we were looking for someone who connected to the IS-7 and who played correspondence chess, right?
Wait, so our secret string puller is Bronco Knight?
Objection!
Not possible.
Knight is dead. How could he possibly be involved in a current case?
Far out. So our only candidate for genius mastermind is a guy who already kicked the bucket?
That's impossible. How could a dead guy be behind all this?
It is a little perplexing, but then who else could it be?
Alright, that was a very interesting first one, but then stopped hearing from him. Couldn't help but worry.
Hold it!
Let's not trust everything.
He stopped responding. That seems strange.
I'm glad you agree. Elba did too, of course.
That big scary mutt really said that? Like, woof woof! That's barking mad! Did you like my
He does
barking?
not They're talking in order for me to hear. I did.
Yeah, that was a good voice. That's barking
He
mad.
doesn't? Okay, well then, let me ask you something. That look he's giving, the super intense, kind of scary glare.
Oh, that's what he does when he wants to eat someone.
He's not trying to say he's, hungry, is he?
He might be.
He might be. Mr. Edgeworth, help!
Don't worry, it's Phoenix fight time.
Oh boy.
Kay really isn't fond of Candace's pet, it seems.
Yes, that's a good boy. Now, where was I? Ah, of course. I suddenly stopped hearing for the pup.
Yeah.
Did we get a new line?
Did we?
I think we did. There's a new line at the end. We only had 4 lines originally.
Okay.
Yeah, that's new.
Where did this come from? Okay. Do we have anything to present, or should we press this?
Well, it's the new line, so there probably is something we're supposed to present.
In Braille. That's how you wrote all of them?
That's right. I have the tools to do so in myself.
Huh. So you have to have special tools? I never thought about it before, but I guess that makes sense.
You ever... So this is off topic, but do you ever... You know how in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, there was the whole Braille puzzle to get the Reggies?
Hmm.
How did anyone figure that out?
I don't know, man.
Like, it's so
That's
weird.
what strategy guides were for back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Before a strategy guide, did they have to tell strategy guide people about it?
Well, I imagine the game developers helped with strategy guides.
I'm sure there's someone who is like, who's like knew Braille from like, living with someone who was blind or something, and was like, hold on, I know what this says. Anyway. And what exactly did you write about, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, this and that. General chit-chat and chess moves, of course.
I wrote the chess moves in Braille too. Interesting.
Speaking of chess moves, how does that piece you carved yourself move? The dog.
Perhaps we can talk about that later for now. For now, I'd like to know what happened when the letters stopped.
I sat in my cell and tried to imagine where he might have gone.
Okay. Nope, I still don't get it. Who does he mean? Who's this puppy keeps talking about?
Who indeed? It seems that not even Mr. Canis knows his true identity. So we should focus on what we do know, that there was a connection between the two of them. I'm particularly interested in that connection, how that connection was maintained. Well, clearly,
We can go back to that line, yeah.
we have to
Alright,
figure out.
there's something about the evidence there that stands out. He said the letters were in Braille.
Yeah, who would be reading that?
Do we have the letters on us, or...?
We have this.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Printed rather than handwritten.
Okay.
But also, like,
So it's not
if that's the
Bronco.
diagram-
That's all we're trying to prove.
Yeah, there's no Braille. Where's
Yeah.
the Braille?
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille, is that correct?
I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor, but you do, know about my condition, don't you?
No. What happened? That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in Knight's cell didn't contain any braille at all.
Really? But surely that's impossible.
How so exactly?
Maybe someone typed Mr. Canis's letters out on purpose.
Meaning they may have been some sort of intermediary between the two of them.
So then,
Aha!
Mr. Canis says he wrote the letters in Braille, and yet the letters received by Mr. Knight contain no Braille at all. This suggests that there must be a third party who typed Mr. Canis's letters out.
Guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side, too. Right? Whoever it was would have taken Knight's letters and turned them back into Braille.
They could indeed. I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Working with this person, Mr. Canis. Mr. Canis, the answers you received.
They were written in Braille, too. Yes.
So some mysterious middle person really was retyping the Bronxter's missives.
Okay.
And that same person.
Might well be our secret string pull.
Wait a minute, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind this whole thing?
Always has been.
So who's this new one, huh?
Bronco Knight, son of Artie Frost, is already dead. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for?
Carmelo Gusto's son. But who is he? And where is he?
If Knight was Frost's son, Gusto's son would have to be.
Duncan, this is you.
I've known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone. He, doesn't have any family, you see. Just like me.
Him? But surely not.
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? You're white as your cravat.
Of course, it's a chabot!
It just freaks out. It all makes sense.
I know exactly who our so-called mastermind is.
So before anything else, Dan, do you know?
Do you know?
Well, I mean, Duncan chose a voice, and I'm trying to remember who that voice went to.
I'm very excited, but I'm not saying shit.
I am very excited too. No hints here.
What? No, you have to tell us.
Can I just look through my profiles real quick, maybe? Or is it not going to be in here?
It'll be in here. It has to be.
Okay. Oh, dude. They were roommates.
Oh my god, and they were roommates.
Okay. I think I get it. The perfect cover. It was the monkey. It was money.
I always knew there was something up with that little capuchin.
I can hardly believe it, but it's somebody we know rather well. The person we've been looking for is okay. Well, it's...
Take that!
This has to be the person
Insane.
behind all this.
His name is literally Saint.
The person who forced Chairman Winter's hand by sending the letter to Rosie Wynn. The person who kidnapped Sean and bugged Kay and myself. The person who did the strangest thing of all. Who drugged Kay and carried her up to the roof of the big building. It was the monster. Money.
What? Did you really just say what I thought you did?
Yes, the
Monkey?
monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind.
Oh, I almost forgot.
I will say it was the voice that gave it away, but I was like, without that, it might have taken some
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
brain power for me.
I think you're really gonna like when we do the last stream, because I think this might actually be one of the coolest ways they've hidden the villain in the series, honestly.
Really
Yeah.
quick, Duncan. Like, we just have the one more part after this, right?
We do. After we're
How
getting
long is
close
that
to
gonna
ending this part. How long is that gonna take? I think that should be like
Right,
its
like-
own stream, basically. So
Okay. I was just curious because, like, my one thought is, like, it's such a good reveal. It's such a cliffhanger.
it is a real cliffhanger. It's like, man, it's gonna suck sitting on that, man.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering how long it is, because I was kind of wondering, I was like, do we want to just call it a long stream and see it through?
No.
Well, I mean, like, it's gonna be the longest part of the case, so because
Okay,
there's
that's
a
what I
lot
was
to cover
wondering.
in that part. So
Okay.
I would wait for that to be its own stream, frankly.
Okay.
We're
I was just wondering.
doing a new show soon. I'd love it if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, I'm just thinking about it because he has been like everywhere where people have died that are important to this. Or he's been all over the place.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one.
That's right! The Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town! You'll have oodles of fun! Had to pull that voice out of, like, the back of the junk drawer.
Yeah. Miss Lloyd, could I ask you a favor?
Oh, little old me? What kind of favor?
You told us you recorded the sound of Torosaurus breathing fire. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps?
Oh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang tat. I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured.
Wow.
Sure I did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy did I hear him.
Can we listen to the tape?
You surely can. Let's see now.
That's it. That sound. It must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind it all, it's all falling into place. Miss Hart, you saw a giant eye at the window of the storeroom, did you not?
Yep. Sent me a picture of it too. Even if you can't rightly see it so well.
We can't see it right now, but... Detective Gumshoe,
Yes, sir.
your image analyzer, can we borrow it?
Sure. What do you want to look at, sir?
Images. This photograph right here.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Sure it is.
I'm on it.
Computer enhance.
The clue we're looking for must be here, but we just have to find it.
Enhance.
I mean, yeah, the window, right?
Yeah. You can't tell for sure because of the raincoat. But that's Miss Ringer right before she died.
It is the same Miss Ringer who was in a relationship with Mr. Aldow, the victim from 12 years ago.
Imagine how she felt. Coming so close to finding the truth only to die right before she found it. That must have been so awful. But we'll uncover the truth in the end, won't we, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, we will. We will if I have anything to do with it. Just leave it to me.
You have to zoom in on the picture
Oh, okay.
first. Yeah, zoom in.
I was like, what does that mean?
There we go. That's what we're looking for. That thing.
That's
Say, I done told y'all, Torosaurus his own dang self.
Yes. There it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme.
Monster? You're finally ready to admit it? That he's the dang well real? The big bad bull himself?
Objection!
No,
no.
because that isn't Torosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you would. Will you?
The very big circus. Oh, wait, look!
You see? The enormous lion balloon? That's the real monster. And the sound Miss Lloyd thought was the creature breathing fire was the balloon going.
Oh, come on! You're really gonna bring the crashing down to Earth like that?
That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air.
They do, and our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up to the roof of the big building without ever going near the elevator.
So this culprit, they've got something to do with the circus?
Circus worker, friend of the Bronxster, son of Gusto. Whoa. You're not serious.
You forgot to mention trainee animal tamer. It's hard to believe. But he's the one who's been pulling the strings the whole time. See, Money? He's controlling him.
It's the monkey all along.
Ratatouilleing him.
Rat patootie.
That's right. Simeon Saint is the one behind all this.
Simeon? But everything? Really? I don't believe you. We trusted him. And he trusted us. You can't tell me that was all lies. That would be too horrible.
It's just the only question I have now is like, why?
Well, almost like we're gonna have to play more to figure it out.
No, tell me right now.
We are coming up at a really good stop. This is basically the end of the part.
Yeah. Who was that?
Hey, where do you think you're going, old man?
Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. Now that I know the truth, my business here is done.
What? No, Mr. Canis, wait. Fuck!
Oh my fucking god! Mr. Edgeworth is dead!
My dick!
He disappeared!
He went straight for my dick.
Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth?
No.
Dan, how is he gonna jerk off in his office now?
I'll never jerk off again.
His family drools.
No! Don't worry.
Sean.
I'm fine. But
this forensics guy.
He's been watching this entire thing.
Like, what is
Deadpan.
Is by undercovering a massive plot?
Damn you.
The entire squad is still here.
are you alright, Sean?
He killed my dad. He did, right?
There's no easy way to say that, but sorry, Sean. It would appear that he did.
He won't get away with it. I'll make him pay. Somehow. Some way I'll overrule him.
No, Sean. You mustn't say such thing. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. You'll have to forgive us both.
I just put the call out, sir. All units are on the lookout for Mr. Kennedy. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but we better be on our way too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind?
I suppose you're right. We should go after the Mastermind right now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask of you, Agent Light.
There is? What?
Once a beast has been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we'll need to try and find as a matter of priority. And Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering me about Sean's kidnapping.
Yes, sir.
I want to help too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Don't. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try and contact. If Saint really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Regina, right?
Probably.
Between our many encounters, I never suspected a thing. Even though he was right there in front of me. I messed up. There's no other way of putting it. But I'm going to put things right, once and for all.
Justice for all? No, that cliffhanger is crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Whew. Whew.
We did it.
Whew. Crazy.
And we ended like on a perfect like part here. It's like we're right about the 3 hour mark.
Yeah. That. Yeah, I'll have to find out what the deal with Simeon is.
Yeah, I know.
And like you guys said, how it's been hidden, because I'm thinking back to like
honestly, Dan, I think by the end of this, in my opinion, like Simeon is like one of the best villains in Ace Attorney. You'll come to like this part.
It's cool because it feels like each game we're getting like more elaborate, like with the mysteries in the end, because in the first Ace Attorney we kind of had an ongoing villain with Von Karma, but like we didn't really know. We weren't really.
Yeah, you don't meet him till later.
Like super evil from the get go, so you always knew there was something up with him. You know.
Yeah. You meet him in the second case or third case?
Well, you meet him like in the case where he's relevant.
Yeah, you meet him in the fourth case. That's when he first shows up.
Interesting. And then for Justice for All, they just said, fuck it. They're all going to be one-offs for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Dahlia was our first real case of like haunting the narrative.
Yeah.
Character.
Yeah.
And that makes Trials and Tribulations really cool.
In the rest of the series, I honestly think that Simeon might be one of the most shocking reveals for like a villain. You know, one of them.
I mean, it's like Investigations 1 laid like it in and of itself, it's not the best game, but
I know I make like a lot of memes about it, but let's be real, the villain of Investigations 1 is kind of lame, you know?
Yeah.
Like
but it lays the foundation for the second game to be much more impactful because it introduces a lot of concepts like with Zhang Fa mainly.
Yeah.
And it allows for Kay to be around and for you to like it.
That's so upsetting that it only took until last year for this game to finally be localized in America. Yeah. Like, this was the game they were holding back from us this whole time.
So yeah, I mean, I'll be interested to see what kind of like villains we have going forward, because it's going to be hard to top like a villain that you don't even know is a villain, but you interact with him many times.
I mean, you literally cleared his innocence in the second case, which is kind of what made him seem like he was innocent all along.
I'll say, Dan, like, I do think there are still some very good villains in 4, 5, and 6, but I can't say anything more than that.
But I assume that they're going to be different.
Yeah, so they are.
So I'm
I
wondering.
think that's a fair assumption.
I'm wondering
I just
how
really
those.
liked this one a lot for a
Yeah.
lot of reasons.
But we'll get to see Simeon's true face. But I mean, I should have guessed from the fact that his name is Saint, and he's based on the whole hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil kind of.
I mean, that's the whole point. Like, it's meant to be a misnomer.
Yeah.
I will say that since I was voicing Simeon, I kind of made a thing to. I was trying to match my voice to like Akechi from Persona 5.
Sure.
Because like Akechi's whole deal in that game is that like, oh, seems like a good guy,
Yeah.
and it's like it's revealed to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You know.
Literally a detective. So how can he be
Yeah.
a bad guy? But I will say this makes me once again be like, we are a little peek behind the curtain. We've already figured out who's doing the lines for the Ace Attorney, or for the first Apollo Justice game.
Yay.
I want to be doing more villains. I know it's hard because it's like I don't want to talk against myself too much, but
Yeah, and also, like, we can't tell you, Dan, this is a villain. You should voice this one.
yeah. But I hope you guys
sorry,
you can look through and make sure that I'm at least voicing one villain.
Give me a minute.
We'll see. But I'm gonna end the stream for now.
I think that you should have at least one villain.
Okay. At least one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end the stream there on this big cliffhanger. We'll be back sometime. We won't be able to do it this weekend. All of us are very busy in our lives. So probably we won't get to it until like 2 weekends from now.
well, why don't we
do
look
our
at our schedules? We
I
should
mean,
see what we
we've
have
been doing
open.
okay with weekdays, and, like, I know that at some point with my work I'm not going to be able to do that, but, like,
Yeah,
if
but
we need to do a couple Tuesdays or Wednesdays again.
but I have stuff during the week.
Oh,
Coming
that's
up
right. No, I
because
gotcha.
I've been taking classes.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I forgot.
so-
But we can still look and see if there is anything that lines up.
What about the 11th or 12th next week?
Let's confer behind the curtain.
Yeah. So we'll see you all. There'll be
Oh,
an announcement.
can I say one thing really quick?
Okay.
Yessie is going to be at Otakon. I'm going to be dressed as Clavier Gavin, helping to host the Ace Attorney meetup. Yay!
Yay! And that's why we're not doing a stream that weekend.
Yep. I'm going to be the rock diva that I was always meant to be.
Yeah, but then after the next stream, I will finally be able to find out who Clavier Gavin is.
I told you, the rock diva that Yessie was always meant to be.
Yeah.
Which I feel like everybody, even the online people, know by this point. Like, no, it's not. You are nothing like that at all. But
All right.
let me pretend.
We'll catch you all next stream. Take it easy, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.